The National Electoral Commission INI promises that 4 million newly registered permanent voter cards will be ready. The commission says 2019 will be different. And Senator Dino Melaye is still hooked in police custody as he was arraigned today, granted bail and rearrested. It appears to be another long-drawn battle. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbaloye, Channels Television Global Headquarters in Lagos. It is exactly 289 days away, and the electoral umpires are assuring Nigerians that this election will be the best ever conducted. We get to that in a moment. Well, let's get you some latest stories that we're following for you on Channels Television with the amended charges in the trial of former National Security Advisor, and I say Colonel Sambo Dasuki, in the alleged diversion of $2.1 billion meant for arms, is facing a fresh delay as the federal government filed 32-count amended charges against him and 3 others. The filing of the amended charge is coming almost 3 years after the federal government arraigned the former NSA before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory on 18-count charge. In the amended charges come names of prominent politicians from the opposition party listed as beneficiaries of the alleged diversions. They include former NSA, the current national chairman of PDP, Prince Uche Secondus, former chairman, board of trustee of the PDP, Chief Tony Aneni, former PDP spokesperson, Chief Olisa Metu, a publisher of this day's newspaper, Induka Obagbena, Senator Yucha Ayu, chairman AIT, Dr. Raymond Dokwesi, Mufti Mohammed, Bello Abba Mohammed, Dr. Bello Mohammed, and Otumba Jonah Oguni, amongst others. Well, in a related development, the chairman of DAR Communications, Dr. Raymond Dokwesi, has sued Minister of Information Lai Mohammed at the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory over the publication of his name as a looter. He is seeking 5 billion naira in damages for alleged defamation of character. He is also praying for an order compelling the defendants, including the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, to publish a full retraction of the defamatory publication and to apologize to him. Well, then, some other stories that we are following for you is a political season, and so many stories coming from across the nation. Take a look in this political roundup.
Of members of the All Progressives Congress in Imo State, from the ward to the state levels, have endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari for the 2019 presidential elections. This was conveyed at a meeting convened at the instance of the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, at the Imo International Conference Center in Owerri, the state capital. Members of the party also passed a vote of confidence on Governor Rochas Okorocha for steering the ship of the party in the state. Reading out the 10-point communique after the meeting, the chairman of APC in Imo State, Hilary Eke, said the president deserves to be re-elected, considering the pace of work on the second Niger Bridge and the Onisha-Enugu Port Harcourt and Owerri-Aba Federal Highway. Meanwhile, Governor Okorocha also used the opportunity to call on all APC members in the state to come out en masse and participate in the APC World Congresses coming up in a few days' time across the states.
All federal government present in this state today came to this place when we had northern presidents. We may be having our challenges as a nation, having our challenges as a people, but I tell you, there's no better alternative, credible alternative than President Muhammadu Buhari. Let us all join him in prayers to pray for this nation as he steers the affairs of this nation.
This is a
And ahead of the party's congresses coming up on May the 5th, the Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Almakura has assured of a level playing ground for all party members. He gave the assurance during a meeting with party stakeholders at the conference hall of the Government House in Lafia. He believes if successfully conducted, it will set a pace for the upcoming local government and general elections. Meanwhile, the keen contest for the governorship ticket of the All Progressives Congress in Ekiti State is the focus of the party at the moment. Aspirants in the party have been making frantic efforts to woo delegates and sell their agenda, among other strategies, kept close to their chests ahead of the May 5 preliminary election of the party. The aspirants sound prepared for the exercise with a demand for a credible process and promotion of party interests. 33 aspirants have been screened by the national body of the APC to participate in Saturday's primaries of the party. The list includes 2 former governors and 5 former members of the National Assembly, among other political heavyweights and light feathers. Some of the aspirants are optimistic that the primary, if well managed, will not lead to the defection of aspirants to other camps, as they equally address issues bordering on their preparedness for the exercise.
Thank you so much, everyone. We are not done yet with stories coming from the courtroom. Today, embattled Senator Dino Melaye has been arraigned in a magistrate court in Abuja. He was granted bail and rearrested by the police. All of that happened today. The embattled senator was arraigned by the police on allegations that he escaped lawful custody. The magistrate court granted him a bail of 90 million naira, but the senator was rearrested by the police and taken to the force headquarters in Abuja. And again, the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, failed to appear before the Senate today. So the lawmakers have given him 1 more week to appear before its plenary. The IG had, for the second time, failed to honor the invitation to appear before the Senate. He was invited to answer questions on the arrest of Senator Dino Melaye and killings across the country.
Last sitting, when it was directed that the IG should come, the clerk to the Senate wrote to the IGP. I met the IGP, the DIG, who was then sent by the IGP in the office of the Presidential Advisor on National Assembly Matters. And we implored the DIG to make sure that the IG got the instruction of the Senate that they wanted to see him today at 11 o'clock. And as I've said personally too, yesterday I tried my very best to locate him. I couldn't up to late in the night. Later, I found out the IGP is in Kaduna. He's going to Birnungwari, where there were incessant killings.
In my own recollection, since I'm sure those who are here, like the Deputy Senate President, Senator James Banja, I don't think that any IG has ever refused to appear before the Senate since we've been practicing democracy. And I don't think that this has ever happened before. But we must all know these actions are in danger to our democracy. He's doing this, but again, we cannot say it's just to us, because the president told us that he told him to go to Benue. The man refused to go to Benue, and he's still there, so he's doing this.